Hello, game. Ow. Try this again. Okay, that's working. So, why is that not working? Let's try this again. Game capture. Game. Capture a specific window. That. Okay. Hey, Deimos. Well, this sucks. OBS, what'd you do? May have to restart the stream if this doesn't work. Huh. I don't know, Deimos. I'm not seeing it at all. It's like it's not picking up anything. I haven't changed anything on this. So I'm gonna stop the stream and restart it, so I'll be back. Come on, video preview. Come on. You can do it. I love when Twitch is derpy. Units of technology in the name of democracy. Sure. That one's not that hard. Okay. You're closer. Assassinated deserter. I don't have the stuff for doing planet-based missions yet. Where'd that one say I'm supposed to go? By Jungle. These names, I swear, are some of the most hilarious I have ever seen. What do I have for cargo? Sure. Too far distance. I kind of want to do that assassinate, but I don't know if I feel like doing an assassinate. We'll add it. Not that hard. Four light years, it's only going to be one jump.
Ship coupling disengaged. Your way is clear to depart.
Oh shit.
You are now clear of station restrictions. StarCon looks forward to receiving you again.
Frame shift drive charging. So how's everyone doing tonight? If there's anybody actually out there. Hey, Frames. 1. Engage. Jeez, that's close by. I'm doing decent. Exhausted as crap, but other than that, not too bad. Oh, it's that time of year. When the world comes to an end. Kind of looks like Earth over there. Now, this is the time of year when we do. It's basically the start of summer school. It's actually, we're in the second week of summer school. Hey, guys. So, this time of year is the busiest time for me and my team. Got all the preparation for next school year to do. So it just gets very busy, and we work a truncated schedule. So we work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, but longer days. So I'm doing 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. It's exhausting. Yeah, most people, especially those that are still in school, absolutely love summer. I hate summer.
Weapon fire restrictions are in place in this sector.
Landing gear deployed.
Contact. Deploying ground services.
Yeah,
Have a productive
I totally
mission,
get it.
Commander.
I remember them days. Well, that was easy. Yeah. That's a hell of a credit return for battle weapons. How far do I have to go for them? Let's see here. Ouch, that's why. So... Moseley Colony. Two jumps. Eh. Because it just takes practice, man. Not up for that. Why not? Oh, Kez, believe me, I'm really liking this game. This is not that far. No, for 22 units of leather. Sure. Land enrichment systems. It's not as hard as I thought it would be. Sure. These are not bad for credits. A lave station? Heck yeah. Yeah, that's too far. Chat back up. I'll be honest, the controls were hard for me at first as well, but I blatantly stole somebody's layout for the T-Flight HOTAS X. So I have that. It's kind of funny. I have 3 cheat sheets out at all times. One for that. Actually 4. One for that. One for the keyboard layout. One for the Rare Trade run. And then I have a Logitech G19 gamepad that I also have a cheat sheet for. And I keep those pretty much all the time. So let's exit that. Oh yeah, believe me, I totally get it is grindy. Okay, that goes to Lave. Drain enrichment, I already have the location for it. How am I set on cargo space? Pretty much full. So I gotta drop off this hydrogen fuel and the non-lethal weapons. And the leather especially. So it's Uza. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay. I want that one. Let's go ahead and
Ship released. Access
Fearless,
corridor
there's
is
so
clear.
many controls and they're not the most intuitive. You kind of have to use cheat sheets. At least until you're used to it. Once you're used to it, yeah, cheat sheets are unnecessary. Look at those, they're all in a row. But until you get used to a lot of that, it's
Drive charging.
you just can't really easily know where all the controls are. So, for instance, but if you've ever looked at the T-Flight HOTAS X, it has 4 thumb buttons. I have to use 3 of them as shift keys for other controls. Alright, so way to freak out there. And there are tricks to earn money faster, and it depends on how you want to play the game. I'm enjoying playing this for more the trade aspect and that kind of stuff, trade missions. There's a lot of people that much prefer to do the constant gunning everywhere. It's just not my style. So, even in games like Starlancer and Freelancer back in the day, how's that for Blast from the Past? I preferred doing the stuff where I got to just trade. I didn't have to constantly go for killing people. I could just chillax and trade some items back and forth, make a lot of money, buy a good ship, and then go kill people. There's combat, there's trading, there's mining, there's missions. If you go to open play, you can be a pirate, exploring, all kinds of different stuff. But right now, I'm doing mission grinding, but I spent about 3 or 4 days last week doing nothing but trading of rares. The PvE can be solo or multiplayer. You can do it either way. I want to do it solo because I frankly don't want to deal with the annoyance of people. Because if you play in an open, well, people in this game are like people in every other game. People are assholes. So, you could choose to do PvE open. And I got some matches who was streaming this game quite a bit, and it was the reason I decided to get back into it again. Because I picked it up, played it for like 5 minutes, and then was done. But now that I have a decent stick, I've enjoyed playing it. And he likes to play it in open.
Foxtrot Indio Echo. This port operates under federal jurisdiction. You must submit a request before landing.
So, like, I just jumped out of frame shift to land at this thing. So I had to bring up the contact list, request docking, go back, drop the landing gear, reduce my speed to the appropriate speed. Now I gotta line up, go into the port at the correct angle, then land at landing pad 6. If I don't get authorization
1,000 meters,
first,
touchdown.
then they'll blow me out of the sky. I was just over top of somebody else's docking port, and it was yelling at me. You have to land it in a certain circle. If you land too fast, your shields start going down, or if you have no shields, your armor goes down. So
Touchdown sequence complete and securing ship. Good to have you.
there's a lot of different controls you do have to learn. So it's solo, open, or private. When Matches was doing open and he was streaming, he had people coming into his stream being just gigantic a-holes. So, alright, I'm not going to any of those. Be going back there eventually anyways, so sure. No, that's the far out one. I didn't check the other one. I probably just took one that's going to have me going to a hugely long distance at Baijangu. No, it is purchase to play, but there's no... There's microtransactions, but the microtransactions are different. And this game does go on Steam sale quite often, so if you want to wait until it hits a good Steam sale, like the Steam Summer Sale, when that hits, it'll be cheap. That's the time to go through and get it. But with this game, there's a lot of nuanced things with it, so I enjoy it, and I know there's people that have been streaming this game and playing it for what's it been out, 2 years now? But I don't think I can play it 2 years straight. Some people can. Kudos to them. I can't do it. But it's a good distraction because every other game, I was looking at my Steam library right before I started streaming. Yeah, you can buy it direct from the Frontier website, or you can buy it from Steam. Either way. And 99% of my library is first-person shooters. I wanted something different. I needed something different. And this was something different. So, let's see here. How much should I have in cargo? 26 domestic appliances to go back to that place. Hydrogen fuel, non-lethal weapons for the other one. What do they have as far as commodities here? Industrial? Sure. Need the room. So, delivery, source, delivery. So this needs to go back to Baijangu. And it goes to Lave Station. That goes to Baijangu. Need 9. I should have enough room for 9. I do. Same thing, Fearless. I tried it, but yeah. Vietnam was really pissing me off because, for instance, the helicopters. Helicopters are loud as hell. Yeah, VM Matches both play this game. They got way advanced ships. They're way, way, way ahead of me. And there's quite a few others. A lot of Master Opponage's viewers play this game as well. I'm not that far ahead. I'm a little baby person. I have almost 2 million credits to my name. They have like 10 million and 4 ships. I have one ship with almost 2 million. Now, I've upgraded the crap out of it, but that's all I want is one ship. So I need to get the... Mosley Colony, that's what it was. Mosley Colony. And this thing can be played entirely with a keyboard and mouse, although I will highly suggest that you have a good flight stick. New real-time strategy game. There's a couple that I want to do. Like, I have Banished, but I haven't played Banished, and there's another one that's similar. Northgard I wanted to get into. I've got it, I just haven't gotten into it yet. A couple others. But it's just, I haven't gotten to them yet, so. It's an assassinate. 15 and 145.
Clear of the landing pad. Regulate speed until outside the exclusion zone.
Yeah, controllers definitely work. Give me as much as you want. Of course, it's all clear.
Frameshift drive charging.
I mean, it also depends on what kind of joystick you have. Like a HOTAS setup with a good throttle quadrant and a stick is definitely more apropos to this game than I had previously, which was a Logitech 3D Extreme Pro. Yeah, and I seriously, like I said, find somebody else's controls and take theirs. There's nothing wrong with stealing someone's. It's exactly what I did with my T-Flight. Which one do you have? Oh, it is the Logitech Super. Yeah, I have that one too. It's not bad. It's just that for this game, it's limiting. You'll still have to do a lot of stuff by keyboard. You can get away with doing that one and the G19, which is a Logitech gamepad, and then you will never need to use the keyboard other than the occasional typing. But it's not a necessity. Dock. A little bit further than I wanted to go, but that's okay. And matches, I think he said he played for over 200 hours just using keyboard and mouse. So there are quite a few people that use keyboard and mouse in the arena portion, which is all PvP. Arena is all PvP. And does quite well with it. More power to him. I can't. Somebody slow down, messages. once I get to the 8-second mark. Yeah, VIA does keyboard and mouse. This is the other thing. Like, one of the first tricks that I learned in this game was have a key on one of your joysticks that's set for 75%. As you're approaching a destination, you hit that. You'll never have to worry about overshooting it again. I mean, this game is pretty. You can pretty much go around and access all of your stuff. It is just a beautiful game. Whoops, 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 whoops. It's off center. Is it GPU heavy? Not really, I don't think. I haven't really had any problems with it. I don't think it requires a good card if you want it on Ultra, which I'm pretty sure is what I'm running. Let me get to dock and then I can actually bring up what my settings are. I mean, if you're going to go through and run it at its highest settings, yeah, of course you're going to need a good video card, but if you just run of the mill, probably not. Hey, Via.
Boarding permission granted.
Landing pad 1.
Landing gear deployed. Engines disengaged.
Okay. I can't even refuel. Alright, what was I getting here? Battle weapons, that's what it was. How many did I need? I need 14.
Mission objective complete.
Mission objective complete. Okay, let's buy John Goo. Domestic appliances. And enrichment. Is that here too? I think it was. Do I have song requests on? I believe I do, but I don't have Nightbot up. Give me a minute. Times like this, I wish I had a third monitor. Request, DJ. Alright, queue is empty. So, it should be good to go. have 10 inventory spots, do I? Nope. Oh well. Alright, so let's see here. Oh wait. Do I already have those? I do. I'm an idiot. So, Bajangu. Bajangu. Oh, keep doing that. That's what I still needed, was the 9 land enrichment systems. Lave, that goes to Requat. That goes there. And that's it, Lave. Okay, so back to Bajangu. Actually, gonna hurt. Frame shift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. I even thought, instead of doing like H&G and the other stuff, I even thought about possibly getting back into Division.
Friendship drive charging.
You're all clear. Hope to see you again, Commander.
Panda. Back into the Division, Kez. We even thought about doing one of the passenger missions just for something different. Yeah, Kez, that's the only thing, is you need a regular group for it. I could always run solos on some of the stuff, but... I was really disappointed in how the game basically turned into you either had a group or you couldn't play. And if you had a group, if the group didn't stick together in levels and that kind of stuff, one person wound up being really ahead or really behind, then you were a bother.
Echo, observe docking reservation protocol. Submit a request before landing.
It's kind of sad to have the season pass and everything. I played like the first expansion, and I was done. It really does require a regular group, and I just don't have a regular group.
Landing successful. Engines disengaged. Welcome to our station, Commander.
Yeah, I mean, the DLC was pretty much it. And it's just so many things that I wish could have gotten done better.
Follow the greens on your way out.
Follow the greens. How come the other ships don't follow the greens? Out of my way, ship. See, the Dark Zone killed it for me with Division. The people who were professional time wasters, so people who gamed all day long, got all the good gear right away, and killed it for everyone else. I mean, that was the excuse I was always using. It's PvP. If you don't like it, don't come here. Yeah, and the people ran in huge packs. Yeah. And there's just a whole lot that was wrong with the way the Dark Zone finally got implemented. I loved it in beta because in beta there was a much smaller population, but when you got into regular, it was ridiculous. It killed it for me. I loved it in beta. It's a game, it's another example of a game that in beta is great and in release sucks gigantic hairy monkey nuts. Battlefront is another one that I was so loving in beta. And then release came around and I wanted to absolutely kill the person who did it. I felt like so much money was wasted on it. I mean, you can confirm that there's no paid DLC all you want, but that's not going to do me any good when the overall design is still shit. it's amazing how quickly hacks come out for those games and how long it takes them to take care of those hackers. I'd have to say that's the part that irritates me the most about all of this is you have the ability to deal with them a lot quicker. You just don't. I'm mining that. I don't have a planetary thing for that yet, so... Oh no, yeah. It just... I don't know, RimWorld's not something that interests me, so I probably won't do that one. There's the another space combat sim like this one, but it's a different one that I can't remember the name of, is on Steam sale, and I saw that, and it's on my wish list. It's half off, so I'm like, maybe. So, where am I going? That's Lave. No, that's Leasty. I gotta go for that one. That's Lave. That's Lave. That one was 15 and 145. Let's do Leasty first. Leasty. Actually, is it available where I am right now? No. That figures. So I need land enrichment, so Leasty. Should be just one job, yeah.
Detach confirmed. Observe queuing system when...
To be honest, I loved Civilization, Settlers, those type of games. Turn-based and RTS. RTS-ish. But they're so complex, I don't want to do them on stream. They're good games, and I love them, don't get me wrong. But as a streaming game, no.
Frameshift drive charging.
I need something that I can stream that I actually am going to have viewers for other than H&G. I'm having a really hard time still committing myself to playing any H&G. Last night I actually had fun. ABN Trooper and I did the Zero Shits Given thing. And if you have no idea what Zero Shits Given is, basically you queue as a German recon pilot. So queue with the lowest of the low planes, recon plane. You set your aux spot as recons and pray to God you get 222s. Well, we got 222s. Like 20 something plane kills later, we pretty much had all the kills on the planes. Our pilots had practically nothing. We never died. Just two 222s right next to each other. The planes were coming to bomb, and one of the guys that came with infantry to try and kill me was actually a pilot that bailed, and his primary weapon was a wrench. So I wound up with a wrench that we could repair the 222s with. It was great. It was totally fun. We didn't care if we won or lost the match. We wound up winning, but we really did not care. And that's what I needed, was a night of not caring. Because all the other times I feel like I have to carry the team. I'm tired of doing that. I'm tired of the fact that I've seen people with 20 kills, 19 headshots, and nothing's done to them. I had a coworker that really wanted me to play PUBG tonight, but I'm so tired of FPSs and I'm tired of hackers. Oh yeah, it's evil, Fearless. It is evil as all hell. There's nothing nice about it. The one pilot went 0-23. The other one went like 0-8. And another one... no, those are the only two. Yeah. No, we killed one of them that went 0-1 and he rage quit after I shot his plane practically down. He rage quit before it hit the ground. I felt bad for the one pilot that went 0-23. He kept trying. I will give him credit, but...
Landing confirmed. Clear for system shutdown. Starcom is pleased to have you, Commander.
What is it that I'm getting here again? Land enrichment, that's what it was. It should be under technology. Good God, they got a lot of supply. Alright, how many do I need? 9.
Mission objective complete.
Okay. And this goes back to Bajangu Ferguson Market. So, got something that's going to take me there. Be nice if you guys gave me a mission that goes there as well. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. No, that'd be really nice. Easty. Easties. Haven't done those salvage ones yet. Stone 2 birds at once. Yeah, might as well. Let's see here. Kilometer coil. And heatsink interlink. Bye. Too far away. Not worth it. Really not worth it. Okay, lane enrichment systems. Okay. Should my dashboard be smoking? Yes, your dashboard should certainly be smoking.
Ship coupling disengaged. Your way is clear to depart.
A lot of people departing all at once here. You're taking too long. You're taking too long. Bye! Okay.
Your way is clear. Safe travels, Commander.
Check. Is that what I needed? That's what I needed. Couldn't remember.
Brake drive charging.
Oh, Fearless, there is microtransactions in this game. Just in the interest of full disclosure, the microtransactions, however, are for the way you want your ship to look in the livery. That's it. So it's cosmetic microtransactions. If you have no care in the world about how your shit looks, like I don't, then by all means, don't care about it. Yeah, it's all like cosmetic. I'm not really interested in the cosmetic stuff for this, so to me it's not worth it. Some people think it's incredibly worth it, but to each his own. I'm gonna hit the planet.
Be aware, weapon fire restrictions
Anonymous.
are in place in this sector.
Thank you for the follow. I do appreciate it.
Landing gear deployed.
Whoever Anonymous may be. I didn't know that somebody actually had Anonymous as a name. That, or somehow now you can follow with making it anonymous. Interesting.
Touchdown. Ship secured. Welcome, Commander.
Turn this one in. Made about 500,000 credits in the hours I've been streaming. I haven't really fought anything. tempting, but alright. I'm just gonna go to Lave and get that done over with. Because that's all that's left.
Landing gear retracted. Frameshift drive charging.
Dizzy yet? I figure one of these days, once I start getting better ship, or better ships, probably plural, I might eventually go after doing the alien encounter. Is it the Thurgar? If I remember right, that's how it's pronounced. Let's just get this delivered first. Thargoid, that's what it is. Is he talking to me? That's the guy I have to assassinate, if I remember right. Yep. Turn this one in. Go kill that guy. Actually, I'm gonna check that while I'm here. Incorporated. Alright, so navigation. Beacon, destination.
Landing gear retracted.
Landing coupler deactivated. Exit is clear.
Exit is clear. I see the sun.
You are all clear. Safe travels, Commander.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Engage. I won't kill for them, not anymore. Where are you, bitch? There. Oh, I don't have my FSD interdictor. Ah, you suck. Hey, dude. And of course I don't have a wake scanner, so how good that's gonna do. I don't even remember where I stowed my wake scanner either. Or not my wake scanner, my interdictor.
Foxtrot India Echo. This is an Alliance station. Please comply with STARCOM regulations at all times.
Alright, Fearless. I'll see you later, man. Yeah. Let's go back to the nav beacon. Because I'm an idiot that forgot
Frameshift drive charging.
the interdictor. Maybe I'll get lucky and
4, 3, 2.
he'll just show up and start shooting me. Ow. So it's either at Zawance, Lave, or Leasty. Probably Zawance. I think that's where I left it. God, I gotta oil this thing. It is driving me nuts with the noise. And you can hear it.
Incoming mission critical message.
Alright. Where'd you go? Lave 2. You're wanted. Thank you. Okay. So, Lave 2.
Scan detected. Cannot comply.
You're angry at yourself?
Frameshift drive
Why are you
charging.
angry at yourself?
Four, three, two, one. Engage.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so where did I leave my interdictor?
Frameshift drive
I'm gonna make a
charging.
guess that I put it there. That's where I think I put my interdictor. We'll find out. Worst case is I'll just buy another one.
3, 2, 1. Engage.
I just like the names of some of these stations. Ridley Scott, George Lucas, stuff like that. It's nice. I like Racing Storm 2 and I hate it. It's a love-hate relationship with that one. Oh, Jesus, I'm not even paying attention. I'm overshooting this like a son of a bitch. Too busy reading chat, wasn't paying attention. It's not that I'm terrible, it's just that there's so many things about it I don't like. I'd say the biggest one that really is bothering me right now, and it really does bother me, is the noise level. Helicopters are ridiculously loud. Not just loud, I mean ridiculously loud. And I'm a firm believer that VoIP should not be enabled by default, which they did. And it drives me nuts.
Khaleesi, Foxtrot, India, Echo. This station is under
First
line
game I
control.
get into,
Please comply with SARCOM flight regulations.
the person that's running the one squad platoon, whatever the hell it is that I was in. The first person I hear is a guy that's talking entirely in a Mickey Mouse voice.
Landing gear deployed.
I have a 4-year-old. I hear enough of Mickey Mouse as it is. I don't need to hear some dipshit trying to talk like it in a first-person shooter. It's it just.
Touchdown. Engaging
Oh yeah, it definitely
Welcome,
is
Commander.
rough in that respect. Yay, that's where it is. Back to leave we go.
Ship restraint disengaged. Observe speed restrictions when passing through the airlock.
Frameshift drive.
See, that's the other thing that really bothers me about the game is the amount of times I've died to a grenade from a friendly. And again, it's another game where I've actually encountered people hacking already. Day one. It's ridiculous. Day one, there's already people hacking. I know there's always gonna be people hacking in games, but Jesus Christ, you guys are horrible at preventing it even a little bit. See if I get lucky and I can find them along the way. Should have brought my fuel scoop too. Yeah, they got player-owned servers, but again, even with player-owned servers, the things that's really going to make a difference there is the effort has to be put into somebody constantly checking it. So when I had my Rust server, I actually had to ban somebody for hacking. Or not hacking, but using a cheat of a sort. But I still had to literally be on the server almost day and night in order to do it. It's ridiculous. Ice cream sandwich sounds good right now. It sounds hella good right now. motherfucker.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
I hate this that happens often. Where it gets stuck. This happens more often than not lately. There. Whoa! That was fun.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. Mission objective detected.
Yay! That time. Whoa. Stop being such a pain in the ass. Thank you. Pain in the ass thing. Damn you, Grievous, now I'm craving an ice cream sandwich. I'm sitting here trying to grab these things, and I'm actually craving an ice cream sandwich right now. Hey.
Cargo escape retracted.
Alright. Where am I supposed to return this? George Lucas. Okay. Leasty. Leasty.
Frameshift drive charging.
I'm having a hard time deciding. Friday, we have a plumber coming out to do some work on the house, but after the plumber leaves, I'll have. Let's see, depending on how long he takes, I'll have like 3-ish hours that I can stream. So I'm trying to decide A, if I stream, and B, if I do, what do I stream? I know I normally stream Friday nights, and I'm still planning to do that, but I also got Friday during the day now that I'll have time, especially during the summer because of summer work schedule where I'm off on Fridays. Oops. Okay. I can go down to 75%. But I also have July 4th-ish. So the Friday, starting the Friday before July 4th, I have 10 days straight off. So I plan to do quite a bit of streaming. I just gotta try and line up some stuff for it. I had a thing I tried to do a little bit back where I was trying to get people to basically choose my game on Friday. Because I have a Steam and GOG and Ubisoft and all those library of about 300-ish games. Technically that doesn't include what I also have still in physical copy form, which I could probably get in digital form if I needed to. But I never got any response out of people of what they wanted to see. So it's kind of hard to do it if no one tells you. I'd like to do that, but I need participation.
Lazy, Foxtrot India. Echo, please comply with STARCOM protocols when attempting to dock at this facility.
Landing gear deployed.
Touchdown successful. You are cleared to disembark. STARCOM is pleased to have you, Commander.
I've been streaming for 2 hours now. Had 10-ish missions. All done. Nice. Not met for that one, so I can't do that one. Military scan job, which I can't do. So, it's alright. I'll do it. That's a really small amount of credits for a massacre. Really small amount. I would have expected a little bit more. Is this to the same one? Huh. That's tempting. 2 to the same location. Can't do anything with that one. Can't do anything with that one. How am I doing a cargo capacity? 16, yeah, could do it. Let's do it. Let's accept it. Oops, nothing. That one. This one goes to Zawans. Those two go to Hundal, yeah. Hey, William Peddle. How are you doing? This one done and out of the way.
The way is clear to depart.
Landing gear retracted.
Watching to learn. I will tell you that I've only been playing this for 2 weeks now. So, by all means, I'm not an expert. Don't claim to be. But it's a fun game. I'm enjoying it.
Your way is clear. Starcom wishes you a good journey.
Frameshift drive charging.
My thing with learning the game was watch a few tutorial videos, not necessarily ones that are YouTubers and streamers, but it was other tutorial videos, like the ones that Frontier actually puts out are pretty good. And the wiki is actually pretty good for a basic getting started. And then most part I just figured it out on my own. I went with what I enjoyed. So it's definitely a lot of game. You will get no argument out of me. That's the only thing I don't like about Sawyer is how far it is. Probably should have picked up some. Should have picked up my fuel scoop. But, yeah. I'd say the hardest part for me was the controls. I tried when I first bought the game, when it first released, I had a Logitech Extreme 3D Pro joystick. Not the best joystick in the world, but it's okay. But there's so many nuanced controls, it just drove me nuts at the time. So I played it for a couple hours and I was done. Came back to it about 2 weeks ago, and I now have a Thrustmaster T-Flight HOTAS X, which is about a $50 HOTAS setup, which is hands-on throttle and stick. Not that expensive of a setup. Stole somebody else's key bindings that they had posted online in an XML format. Blatantly stole it. And between that, the Logitech G19 gamepad that I have, and a lot of cheat sheets, the controls I was finally able to get down. But that was my struggle with this game. Entirely on controls. That
Incoming mission critical message.
okay. Is that the one that I'm on right now? It's a different one. So yeah, I stole somebody else's controls. Blatantly just outright stole them. I know a lot of people use voice attack for the game. I don't. Simply because I talk to enough stuff during the day, I really don't feel like talking to my computer anymore. Talk to enough people. Why would I yell at the computer on top of it? Yeah, learning to fly was my hard one. Like this one where you have to land at a station and that kind of stuff that's part of the tutorial, I kept overshooting it. But then, reading a couple of tutorial sites out there, I found the rule of 8. Basically, wait until you're 8 seconds away and drop to 75% grow, and it will get you perfect right on. And then there's the rule of 6 or 7. Once you get used to the rule of 8, that kind of gives you some extra benefits in how you do it.
Landing gear deployed.
I'm glad you ended up here. This is not my normal game or type of game. I am primarily a first-person shooter person, but I've been getting so ragey with those lately. I needed something a little bit different. So,
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
this was the right kind of different. Rapid reaction core. Sawyer. Sawyer. Native. Trying to decide if I want to come back out here. Since this one's so far out, although it's not too bad, so yeah, I'll do that. Wait, that's easy enough done. How do comms work? Horribly. But, yeah. Basically, you go into your left side one, your comms are going to be when you are here, you request docking. But then you also have the comms up here, which is local chat, friends list, in-game mail, history, your messages, and then text channels that you can turn on and off. But so like iterating, going through these lists, I'm actually using on my HOTAS the rockers on the throttle. But that's just because that's what the setup that I have does. And it's same thing for iterating through these lists. So now I gotta go to Inchkeep and Rexy. This one I have to go to Humnall, yeah. Yeah, it depends on who you're taking your setup from as well. By default, it's not set up that way, but if you find somebody else who has one that does it that way, then by all means take it, if that's comfortable for you. It's comfortable for me because I wanted a way to easily iterate through these things. And prior to having a HOTAS set up and I was trying keyboard and mouse, I had no idea how to switch between them. It was driving me nuts. So having a HOTAS with a cheat sheet was really, really nice. So, but yeah, a lot of it depends on what you're comfortable with. Let's get this one done out of the way.
Ship released. Engines engaged.
I didn't realize that.
Landing gear retracted. Frameshift drive charging.
Hey, we're all noobs at some point. I'm just as newbie. I'm 2 weeks in. I'm on my very second ship that only now has C or better modules in some of the spots. So, like my power plant and my frame shift drive are both 4As, but I have C's in some of the other ones. Can you hail ships in space? Absolutely. So, where am I supposed to go for this one? Oh, god damn it, it's way out there. Freaking 9,000 light seconds away. So, while we're heading there, so yeah, contacts. I could go through and hail it if I wanted to, but I'm not going to. Ah, 9,000 light seconds is gonna suck. Yeah, this communications menu up here is where you're able to just type out the local if you wanted to. Hey, Helsus. Oh, there are so many menus. So, going into free look mode, you got that one with all of its menus. Then you got that one with all of its menus. And you got this one with all of its menus. And then you have just the menus that are already there, like that. And then you just got the looks of stuff. I could have the Copilot there if I wanted. I will say, until you're comfortable with the game, especially when you're in your original Sidewinder, don't play open. Unless you've got somebody who's bigger and badder that's going to protect you, don't play open. I would stick with solo play for a good long time. That's what I'm doing right now. This is not open, this is solo. Because I don't want to deal with the dickheads, the people that go pirate, and they exist solely to piss off the new players so that the new players quit the game. And the Sidewinder you start with is a shitty one. Hey, Troop. How you doing, man? Troop, I was telling other people about our zero shits given last night. It was just wrong. 2 dogs having sexy time. Kinky. About working with friends. You could do a private, which is basically solo but with a group. And that's about your equivalent of doing it with friends. So that way you don't have to do it open. It's basically just your group. So it's a good one for if you have a couple of friends that you want to play with. That really sounded wrong the way I worded that, but yeah, you get what I'm saying. The 0 shits were given last night. AI is challenging in some aspects and not in others. Because you have ranks, for lack of a better term. They're not actually ranks, but you wind up being a little rank.
Landing gear deployed.
So you let me land this and I'll show my really shitty newbie rank.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
So over here you can see my combat rank is harmless. So anything that's mostly harmless, or like Kid Gloves Battalion or anything even harmless, I'm okay against. Anything higher than that, I'm going to have a hard time with. So as you rank up your combat or your trade or explorer, it makes a difference. So that was Lave to get that. This I have to deliver to Rexy. Also, this is it's actually been a fun game. Kind of like it. Oh, there it goes. How many jumps is that? 2. Huh. Yeah, V, I know your rig is competent, but you've been playing this a lot more than me.
Disengaged.
You played it a lot more than a week.
Frameshift drive charging.
ease up. I feel exhausted. These long work weeks, long work days just kill me. Yeah, that's still more hours than me. I actually don't know. Since I've been launching it with their launcher, I don't think I have a way to track hours, because I don't know if they have an hours tracker built in. Because I didn't have the Steam version, I got their version. So I don't know if there is a way. I tell you, getting up at 6 a.m. or actually, I'm getting up at 4:55 a.m. to be at work by 6 a.m. to then work until 4 p.m. with a half-hour lunch sucks. Like tomorrow, I got 3 meetings tomorrow. 2 half-hour meetings and 1 2-hour meeting. So 3 hours worth of meetings. I guess I don't need a permit for this, but this is a planetary landing. Well, this will be a first. Alright, Via. How do I planetary land? Gravity is a thing. Nice. Yes, Kez, I have horizons. Carefully. Thanks, Drew. You guys are so helpful. Bunch of assholes. Straight in. I feel like I've dropped out of frame shift way too early.
Frame shift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. Orbital flight engaged.
Oh. See, that's the thing I didn't know, is that it will drop you from Super Cruise automatically. Oh well. Back into Super Cruise.
Drive charging.
Yeah,
Ready to
William,
engage.
if you have Horizons, yeah, you can
Engage.
If you have Horizons, yeah, you can. Let's just aim for a crater. Whoa. No. Damn it. Apparently it is. This is literally my very first time. I have never actually landed on a planet other than this time, so I am learning it brand new. So apparently I screwed up on the glide. So now I'm paying for it with a 3-minute flight.
Frameshift drive
Unless it's going to let me. Before Flaming Pit? Sure. Why not? Oh, you mean doing the boost? That distance is right below the name, so Vinge Keep is where I'm going. The distance is right below it, 33-ish kilometers. It's also in the lower left-hand corner of the screen.
Foxtrot Indio Echo. This is Federal Flight Control. Stow your weapons as you approach this station, Commander.
Still my weapons, which I don't have on. There we go.
Authorization clear. Your assigned landing pad is number 04.
Going to landing pad 4.
Landing gear deployed.
Game does
Landing
feel
operation complete. Power down your engines. Welcome to our port, Commander.
Yeah, I don't want to go to Castellon. Could. What do I still need? Still need the 6 units of animal meat. Castellon has animal meat. So I could do that one. Meh. I want to just be done. I'm tired. What do I have for outfit in here? I haven't looked recently. Internal. Meh. Why not? Basically, the further the station is off of the beaten path, the further out it is, the more annoying it is to go to. So, I mean, I got decent stuff on this Cobra. Not the best ship in the world, but it's a good all-arounder. The only thing I still want to do is upgrade this. I want to go to the advanced one, but I just haven't yet because it's 1.5 mil. Alright. So I need animal meat to take to Sawyer Station in Zeons. So I wonder if there's any here in Alexei. I don't think there is. Nope. So I gotta go to Lave. Gotta go to Lave.
Coupler disengaged. Clear for departure.
Landing gear retracted. Frameshift drive charging.
Way ahead is clear. Safe travels, Commander.
Ready to engage. Frameshift drive charging.
Probably should get out of the atmosphere first before I try hyperspacing to it. I am with Escape Vector. Come here, Escape Vector.
Four, three, two, one. Engage. Frameshift drive charging.
Let's find out.
Four, three, two, one.
Okay. station. Lock destination. Lock the destination for lift station. Burn me up, son. Burn me up. Yeah, well, you'll learn the controls pretty quickly in the newbie starting area. Which, I will say, once you can get a ship that's other than the Sidewinder, like, you're capable of getting a Cobra or a different type of ship pretty quickly, probably within 1 to 2 days, depending on how much you're playing, obviously. And get the hell out of the start area. This area where I am, Lave, Zeons, Listi, Diso, and then up towards Witch Hall, and the ones up there, it's part of what's called the Rare Run, and it's a common way that a lot of people, myself included, started off after we got out of the start area to make money. Yeah, you can get Natter on day one pretty easily. I wanted the Cobra explicitly because I wanted something that was a jack of all trades and a little bit better than the Adder, so I actually went with the Sidewinder until I could afford the Cobra. But don't feel obligated to do it that way. It's just the way I want it to. You can communicate with practically anybody if you're in an open or a private.
Foxtrot India Echo. Please
If
comply with
you are
Starcom
by
protocol.
yourself, on the
Requesting
other hand, like if you're doing a
Request
solo,
approved.
obviously you're not talking to
Landing pad
anybody
13.
because you're solo. Yeah, there's wing voice chat and whatnot in game, and then there's always the usual voice chat programs like Discord, TeamSpeak, the like.
Landing gear deployed.
There's proximity/wing voice chat in game, but you can always use Discord or TeamSpeak,
2,000
Ventrilo.
meters from touchdown.
But that's assuming that you're not playing solo. If you're playing solo, well, don't you dare take off. Don't you dare take off into me. That thing almost hit me on takeoff.
Landing confirmed. Ground crew dispatched. Starcom is glad to have you, Commander.
It depends, like V is saying with the immersive thing, it depends on how immersive you want to be. I have no interest in role-playing this game, so I don't need it to be that immersive. Other people do. As much as I want to go through and take more missions, pretty much dead on my feet as it is. So, what am I doing? Animal meat. That's going back to Zeons. So, only if it's going to take me to Zeons. Animal meat. That's what I needed. How many? 6?
Mission objective complete.
But yeah, because this is this is the rare run location. The easiest and quickest profit rare run location. I could go to Superior and Imperial sectors, but I'm enjoying the rare run stuff here, and I just felt like sticking around and doing this kind of stuff. I forgot to turn that in. Forgot to turn in the bounty.
Landing lock disengaged. You may leave when ready.
Landing gear retracted.
Out of the way, dude.
Clear of the station. Starcom wishes you a good journey.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, Via, I get what you're saying. If you want money, murder people. I don't like that kind of gameplay that much. Yeah, it's fun every once in a while doing a bounty or going after people or doing those missions on occasion. But I don't want to do non-stop shooting people. It's not what I enjoy. So that's what's nice about this is I don't have to shoot people every 5 seconds. I have the option of, oh yeah, I want to make money, so I want to run trading missions or trading runs of rares. Sorry, William, I'm talking with Via, who's in my Twitch chat. Sorry, I stream on YouTube, Twitch, Stream Me, and well, I guess it's called Mixer now. It used to be called Beam. So I multi-stream across 4 different services at once. So I'm maintaining chat with multiple different interfaces at once. Thank God for Restream chat. But Via is in my Twitch chat. He likes to make money murdering people. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just not the gameplay that I prefer. So. Yeah, I thought about doing a keelback. But that was, again, part of the reason why I wanted to go with the Cobra is it's a jack of all trades, master of none. Not the best, but not the worst. So it's a good starting one for me to get comfortable with. And then I can switch to something else later on. I also didn't want to invest a whole lot of time in go in one direction and then find out I didn't like it. So this was the okay alternative to trying out every single possible one to find out which one I like. For all I know, this could hold my interest for months, or it could hold my interest for another week and then I could be completely tired of it. It's just going to depend. Usually when I get really into games, I have nights where I can't turn my mind off because I'm thinking about them too much. And that this game did it to me the other night. So. Yeah, Diamondback Explorer I've read some great stuff about for exploration. That's the only thing I haven't really done anything on. Other than the scanners that just pick up astronomical objects and then I sell the cartographics. God damn, it is hot as balls. Part of the reason I'm liking this game is way back in the day, so we're gonna go way the fuck back. I tried playing Eve. Yeah, that far back. Eve was too complicated. And the whole permadeath thing, there's a lot of stuff about Eve I didn't like. A lot of stuff that was good. Don't get me wrong, Eve had its very good strong points. But there was also a lot of not so good points for me. Oops. Wrong thing.
Boarding permission granted.
Always landing pad one. Always frickin' pad one. What's pad two?
Landing gear deployed.
Okay, can never remember. There's pad one. I hate these stations. They're like bane of my existence.
Engines disengaged.
There we go. Almost 3 mil. Wow, 336,000 for 18 units of insulating membrane. That's got to be a lot of light years of jumping. What do I have in my cargo hold? Oh, I got modular terminals here. Didn't even realize. Open space, that dangerous. I know that once you leave the bubble being the habitable bubble that you're pretty much in, then it starts getting into weirdness. Do assets just shoot without comms? In open, yeah. I've seen plenty of streamers that just get raped by people in open. New players, especially. So, the world is full of assholes, and assholes will be assholes. I hate to put it that way, but it's just true. The one that had 36 of something that needed to be done. This one? Mine 6 units of hydrogen peroxide. If only I could mine that by going into my bathroom and pulling out the hydrogen peroxide I have in there. I think I'm gonna take my happy ass back to the other Xeon station that I prefer.
Landing gear retracted. Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Basic rule of thumb I go by in any game that's an online game, you have to make the assumption that everyone you're playing with is a gigantic and annoying asshole. And then if they're not, you're pleasantly surprised. So I operate under the assumption if I'm going to be playing a game like this, there's going to be an asshole that's going to poach me for no good reason. There's some more replicants there. Nice. Nice reference. Geek Zulu, nice reference, I like it. My kind of geek. I really need to oil this freaking joystick. It's annoying the crap out of me now. What can you do? That's why I'm pretty much playing in solo. I'm playing in solo because the only asshole I have to worry about is myself. It sounds pretty bad, but it's true. I need to get to Ridley Scott so I can land this thing, stop the stream, and go pee. Yeah, and I'm in that general vicinity because of wanting to do the rare runs, so that's why I assume that I'm going to have player assholes. So I just play in solo. But considering I normally play first-person shooters and I've been pounding my desk a lot lately, this is relaxing to me. This is just pure relaxation. Yeah, true. That's where I'm at. I cannot do H&G every night anymore. I can't. I have quite literally been pounding the crap out of my desk so hard that I've had my wife come out and be like, "Is that somebody knocking?" No, that was me punching my desk.
Delay Foxtrot India Echo. This is an Alliance starport. Please request docking permission prior to landing.
Landing gear deployed.
And the other thing is, I work for a school district. I deal with assholes all day long. I don't want to deal with assholes in games. That's why my ignore list is so long in every online game that I play. 27% heat. I thought that was my landing pad at first. Yeah, I'm tired. Freaking 4:55 in the morning is gonna come awfully early.
Ship is on deck. Notifying ground crew. Happy to have you, Commander.
So look real quick, see what's left. What's up? Oh man. Yeah, summer work schedule for school districts or any government agency now. Most of the government agencies, well, higher ed and school, primary and secondary school districts have gone to summer as a 4-day work schedule. So you work longer Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then you have your Fridays off. But yeah, and I have a half-hour drive into work. So yeah. Oh, that wouldn't be too bad. That would be something interesting and fun. But I don't really feel like doing that right now. And it has a time left of 21 hours. I won't be able to do it because of having to watch my son tomorrow night. Yeah, it's still a 3-day weekend, which is nice. Unfortunately, that during the summer winds up translating to 3-day weekends of doing other stuff. So, almost 3 million. Went from about 1.5 to 3 million. Not bad. Oh, true. What you've actually got in game. Let's see who's streaming. Got a couple of people on my list of streamers that are playing Grand Theft Auto 5. So at least one will be doing. I think one's doing races and the other one's doing RP. Yeah, one of them doing Elite Dangerous. Then there's a guy playing PUBG. Wow, I was expecting more people would be streaming Elite Dangerous right now. I'm actually kind of surprised that there isn't. I'll admit, I do play some GTA, and it's another game that's a welcome diversion from typical first-person shooters. But I played it heavy for about a month, and then it was good. I'll probably go back to it again and play it hard for probably another month-ish, but it's not something that I can play nonstop. I mean, the closest that I've come lately is Heroes and Generals. I've been playing that for 3 years. I played World of Warcraft for 7. I played World War II Online, which is now Battleground Europe. I played that for 7 or 8 years. So I've had my share of games that I play for extended periods, but right now I'm liking doing the variety. Yeah, I get why this game is boring to watch people play, and I have a feeling Star Citizen's going to be the same way. But for me, I know a few people that stream this game, and I don't watch it necessarily for the game that they're streaming. I watch for the person, the streamer that's streaming it. I like the streamers that are more interactive with their people. There's a bunch of big name streamers that I've gone through and watched, and they don't interact with their audience at all. You get the smaller streamers that do interact, but they can never get big because they never get the viewer numbers that the big ones already have. So I try and always go for the smaller streamers just to give them something, because I know what it's like. Yeah, it's the same thing. Star Citizen's going to boom and then die. But I heard the same thing argued for every other game that's been released lately. So Battlefield 1, I mean, the claim that's going around for Battlefield 1, and I play Battlefield 1 quite a bit, is the game's dead. There's nobody in it anymore. You can't tell that by the number of people watching it. There's still a crap ton of people watching it. Does it have the following it did at the initial release? No. But no game does. Just like you're saying, Elite, No Man's Sky, and there's plenty of others that... Right now, Rising Storm 2 Vietnam has a huge following right now, and it will die off in another month or two when the next big name release comes out. Destiny 2 is going to have a crap ton of people for probably about 2 months, maybe 3, and then it's going to drop in half. But that's the cyclical nature of gaming, and a lot of people just don't get that. What I don't understand is stuff like League of Legends, Dota, and the MOBAs. The MOBAs, for some reason, seem to attract and keep people. But maybe it's just because of the type of gamer I am. I don't understand it. I don't understand how people can enjoy watching it. I would rather watch somebody go running back and forth in Elite Dangerous than ever watching a single 5-minute stretch of a MOBA. To me, those are boring as hell. This is interesting. That's boring. Totally boring. I gotta get back into No Man's Sky again. I cannot stand the MOBA aspect. I've tried. I have given League a try. I've tried Heroes of the Storm. I've tried... what's the one Hi-Rez puts out? I'm drawing a blank on it now. See, for me, it doesn't feel like tense action. It feels like a bunch of right-clicking. If I wanted a bunch of right clicking or clicking the same things in the same order, I'd watch a World of Warcraft streamer. It just. And Rocket League. I don't like Rocket League because I don't like soccer. Overwatch, I get. Those are short rounds of fast action. But that's a first-person shooter again. So, yeah, Overwatch, Paladins, and Battleborn, I think is the other one. That's all three of them are pretty much the exact same thing. And it's funny because I think both Battleborn and Paladins came out before Overwatch, but they're called the Overwatch clones. But yeah, those I get the followings that they have. I still think there's fundamental problems in the design of those games. As somebody who's played Overwatch, and I mean, I played World of Warcraft for 7-8 years. Up until the last 2 expansions, I played every expansion. They were getting my money monthly. So, I love Blizzard. But Overwatch to me was just too boring. I lost interest quickly. It would have been just grinding out rank levels. And you either get a good team or you get a shit team. And if you're not a hardcore player, then you're ending up with pubs. And with pubs, 9 out of 10 times you get the shit team. Yeah, I agree. Certain game types do get better shelf life. And I think a lot of it depends on the quality of the streamer streaming it. So I think a lot of it does depend on the streamer. I know Injustice 2 has got a lot of streamers on it right now, but I think that one's going to die off. PUBG is one of those rare examples of a game that's very much like one that did have a huge streamer following, which was H1Z1, and it's pretty much killed H1Z1. It's done a good job of killing that entire game. Or at least the King of the Kill version of it. It's done a very good job of that. I mean, PUBG has its fair share of problems, too. Rather hack monsters with an axe? I did it for years. I agree. It's fun sometimes. I did get tired eventually of World of Warcraft because it was the same thing. And my wife and I adopted our son, and when we did, the time that I could have put into hardcore raiding, I didn't have anymore. So once you have no time for hardcore raiding, that's it. You're either grinding dailies for cash to buy stuff, or you're running pub raids, which still require an extensive amount of time, or you just go around and level characters. My wife absolutely loves leveling. She's still playing it. Not right now, she's sleeping, but she still plays it every day. Hell, I met her through World of Warcraft. That's how we met. So I do not see really benefit to doing that through source. Oh, William, this is it William? No, it's Fearless. Never mind. Fearless is already gone, so he wouldn't know what I'm talking about. Well, thank you, William. I appreciate it. I always appreciate subs. I am not the best or biggest streamer out there, but I try and make it entertaining for people. go ahead and do it. We'll sell the old one, replace it with the advanced. Went from almost 3 million down to almost 2 million. But now I got the advanced discovery scanner all done. So I'm going to switch that back out for my fuel scoop. Did I change fire group stuff? Oh no, that's right. Because that's right. Because I switched out advanced discovery scanner. Never mind. Never mind. Fixing the ship expensive? Not really. Not unless you're really abusing the crap out of it. But refueling doesn't cost that much. Repairing doesn't cost that much. Restocking doesn't cost that much. I'd say about the only thing that would at this point would be so you'll notice down here the insurance cost. So if I get blown up, that's what I got to pay out of pocket to replace it exactly as is right now, which is a pretty decent amount. 300,000 is I mean, it's nothing to sneeze at. You're spending some coin, but it's not that bad because you can make that back in a few missions, or like if you do the trade route that I was talking about, the rare run, about an hour you can make mil and a half. So it's not hard to make it back. I mean, tonight we started with 1.5 mil and we ended about 3 mil, and we just spent on replacing a component. So, and that was with, we've been live for 3 hours and 16 minutes. So without that much time put into it, you can make the money. And when you're starting out with the Sidewinder, it doesn't cost anything to replace. So let that thing blow up as often as you want. In fact, I encourage you to have yourself die in that one often. It's better to die in that one than some of the other stuff. So, alright, let's see who I can host up. Obviously I can only host on Twitch, but let's stick with somebody playing Elite Dangerous, and it's Surefire Rescue. He plays a lot of different games. I have run into that man in H&G, in Battlefield, and in something else I can't remember right now. So I'm going to go ahead and host him up. Post his link here, and then I will host him. So I want to thank everyone that came out tonight. Those of you on YouTube and Twitch. I don't know if I ever had anybody on stream or Mixer tonight, but thank you all for coming out. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your evening. I'm gonna probably be back for sure Wednesday. Today's Wednesday. Yay! I'll be back for sure Friday night. I might be streaming Friday during the day, depending on when the plumber gets done doing his work that we hired him to do. So I do still have to pick up my son around 4, so we'll see. But y'all have a wonderful rest of your evening. I'm going to go snore and have my wife poke me a few times for snoring and get generally mad at me for snoring in her ear. And y'all have a wonderful rest of your evening, and I'll see y'all later.